Why do you think he struggles to get to grips with that game?
So I thought we started the game okay. Listen, we scored a good try at the start. Once we come back into it, we don't exit effectively, so Leinster then our end, and they do well, from a close range try, and they get over. And we were probably in that position, 12 times in the game where we don't get over. So listen, and because we're chasing the game, why are we chasing the game? Listen, Munster came up with a good first phase try from the line out. That puts them 14-7 in front. We're attacking down their 22 shortly after that, and then we come up with an intercept, and Ethan Cochrane goes 80, 85 metres and scores under the post, and it's 21-7. Obviously, we had a chance before half time to score where, Munster scrapping and fighting for everything, and you got to give them a huge amount of credit for the way they went about things. And they were able to hold us out in half time. We started the second half pretty well, I thought, again, and we're in good position. We have a line out, and we have lots of these pick and go opportunities close to the try line. But Munster just are effective, and we're just lacking a bit of composure there. So is that because it's first game of the season for a lot of guys, or whatever that is, or is it Munster very good and we're just not quite accurate enough? So there's a few different factors there at play. And yeah, it just comes down to, listen, we have plenty of territory, we have plenty of possession, probably a lot more than they had. But listen, we've come out of the other end of a 31-14 loss, which is, listen, it's a tough one to take. But it's a good wake up for the group, isn't it? Like, it's obviously a group that we're in South Africa, and we have a cohort of the Lions guys that are, listen, it's always going to be a bit of a sticky start to the season for us. Listen, we've talked about it over the last while, and now we're seeing it unfold. You sort of talk about it and hope that that's not going to be the case, but you're sort of marking everyone's card. Listen, our own in particular. We still got to go through it, and listen, we weren't good enough today. So, but the big thing is composure, taking opportunities. Munster were held a lot better than we were.
Why do you think you didn't have that composure? Was it down to Munster, great Munster defence? Was it something you were doing?
Yeah, listen, they defended and scrapped for everything, didn't they? Like, listen, they're making very muddy pictures in some of the breakdowns, and I'll have a look back at a few of them, and just in terms of what way. But listen, there's certain things that we just need to be able to control and deal with ourselves. You know what I mean? So. And is that because guys haven't played, or we're not up to the level? Listen, we don't play a pre-season game with that group, and listen, they're just not there yet. You know what I mean? So we would hope for later in the season they will be there. But listen, it's round 4, but it's round 1 for a lot of our guys. Some guys played, as we know, last week. Deal with a few disruptions. Listen, earlier during the week, or sort of late in the week, and early in the game today. And that's what happens then on the field. You know what I mean? We're just not quite there yet. But it's said like it's round 4.
3 defeats round 4 though, like it's not a situation.
No.
It's not a situation we used to be in. Is that a bit of a wake up call?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. So, like, 2 losses in South Africa was a wake up as well for us. I thought we responded quite well against the Sharks, but listen, Sharks didn't offer the same test as what Munster offered today. And like, listen, they were very, very clinical, weren't they, in terms of taking their opportunities? We probably had a lot more opportunities than they had, but we were just not accurate enough in terms of taking the chances that we had. So, but that's the challenge for us now. Listen, the challenge for us is, in the short term, is, we have a cohort that are going to be gone next week, and we're playing Zebra at the Aviva, which I'd love to be coming into the press here and talking about. Listen, big performance there, sending guys off into national camp, and talking about the group that we have getting ready to play against Zebra, and the opportunity that's there for a number of players, where we'll have guys making their Leinster debuts next week. But unfortunately, I'm talking about, listen, we were subpar today. The opposition, Munster, I thought were like, I heard Clayton talking about hard work, grit, determination. They showed that in spades, didn't they? Whereas we were probably second in hard work, grit and determination. And we just need to take that on the chin and be better the next time. Listen, whatever about playing against them, but the next time we're back together as a group, which will be, whether that's for Dragons away post-November, or whether it's going to be for a Champions Cup game against Harlequins, they're the next 2 games post-November, basically, because we know a lot of guys that were playing today won't be here next week.
Is that worry for you? Like our British Germany nation, that's not about lads not having it's actually just sheer work rate, which you never.
Yeah, but like as in Murray, it's you've got to understand, like, to get to the pitch of a game, like as in you got to play some games. A lot of those guys from Munster, listen, they played 3 of the URC games or 2 of the 3, and some of them played in the warm games before. So that battle hardened piece, we're just not battle hardened at the moment. And listen, it is what it is. I'm not sure exactly what the solution is for us moving forward. How we get to the physical pitch and speed of playing games. Listen, we need to analyse what we do there for future seasons for sure, because what we've done this year clearly hasn't worked because, as he touched on, we've lost 3 of the first 4 games.
It's like we're getting late.
Yeah.
That disappoints you that some of your guys aren't?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does disappoint. Well, it's disappointed. Listen, for the fans that turn out to watch, that's what they want to see. And listen, I'm disappointed we didn't give a better account of ourselves for sure. Yeah, because listen, we're down there at the end of the field, like as in we're doing everything bar getting to that last 1 to 2 meters. How many times do we get held up versus, as I said in the first half, Munster take the corner and, whatever, they get in for that try, which it looks relatively easy. We're in that position, sequences of probably 12 sequences where you might have 5 to 6 carries that are similar to that. So if I was to look back in the game on a review point of view, I'd be like, that's what I would be looking at, like first and foremost. Are these guys, why are they that bit hungrier than us? Are we talking about saying we're this, and this? Sometimes it can be hard to put your finger on that, and only the group really know. So it's making sure that we all try and own it. Okay.
How are Jack and Tommy?
Jack and Tommy are okay. Yeah, listen, Tommy, more from his back. Him and Jordan had swapped in a little bit during the week because Tommy had flagged that on Monday. Listen, we thought he was going to be trained on Tuesday. Thursday, we were just sort of making a decision, and listen, he did make the game in the end. But he's okay. Jack had a slip. I think it was at home, but he just twist his knee. I don't think it's anything too serious. He should be okay. So, but yeah, listen, a few disruptions, but she lose Jordan, Paddy. But listen, Munster lost players as well, so just not use any of that as an excuse. They were better than we were, hungrier for us across the board, and we just need to take that in the chin now.